Welcome to Let's Talk Genetics with Munafit. So in the previous video, I said I was going to explain some terminology, some genetic terminologies I mentioned. But I realized that the terminologies are so much, so I'm not going to be talking exclusively about everything. I'm just going to talk about a few, the ones that we'll be needing moving forward. So those of you that are into genetics, that are in genetic field, can come to my DM and we'll trash others out. But I want to just make this as plain as possible. I don't want to confuse people. You get? So let's start. Okay, so gene is a unit of heredity that carries information from one generation to another. You understand? It's just like passing the gene passes traits from father or from parents to offspring. So for example, baldness in the parents is transferred to the offspring. What transfers it is the gene. So the gene is responsible for transferring traits from parents to offspring. So when you see someone who is short, or a parent, you see short parents and short offspring and short children, what's responsible for that is the gene. You get it? So the gene here are made up of DNA sequences. Yeah. A, G, C, T. Adenine, guanine, cytosine, and thymine. So I'm not going to talk about all these ones yet because I don't want to confuse people. So the next term, heredity. Heredity is something we all know. So heredity now is the passing down of traits from parents to offspring. Heredity now is passing down of those traits, yeah, those genes, the passing down of those genes from the parents to the offspring. That is heredity. Okay, so allele is an alternative. It's an alternative form of a gene. They are like, I don't know. Okay, this is why I came with this. So an allele, a gene is like this and this. You can see this is a gene. Let's take this for instance, a gene responsible for, okay, let's say, okay, let me use T for height. T, let me use big T, small t. So I'm using this T now for height. So this single gene here is an allele. This is another allele. Do you understand? So alleles are either dominant or recessive. You know, I said I was going to be using these terms. Yeah, so alleles are either dominant or recessive. So I'm going to be explaining dominant next. So this is an heterozygous allele. This is an heterozygous allele. You can see, so I'm going to be explaining those terms too. Heterozygous means two different alleles. So, like I said earlier, this is an heterozygous allele. You get, because this is capital letter and this is small letter. So they are different genes. You understand? They are different genes. So that's the meaning of heterozygous. So I'm moving to homozygous. Homozygous means